Welcome everybody to the LongBox Paradox. I am Dan, your host, with Jennifer. Comics Will Break Your Heart on YouTube. Comic Books Will Break Your Heart on Instagram. And we are out here in the streets reading everything so you don't have to.
Well, pretty much.
I struggled this week. I am not going to lie. Like, I just, too much stuff going on. This Mac, like, just broke me.
Yeah.
I had every intention of like reading everything between last night and today, and I love Apple, but some things they just make way harder than it needs to be.
It happens. I'm actually really proud of myself when it came to reading all my stuff because I didn't go to work until 11 yesterday, but I ended up waking up at like 5 in the morning for whatever reason. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit here. I'm going to buckle down. I had maybe half of last week's stuff to read to finish up. And then I had this week's stuff to read. So I actually read it all within a couple hours. So I'm really proud of myself.
I also, there was some news that like got me fucking furious the other day.
Was that the Dune news?
Which Dune news?
Oh, I don't think that because we didn't talk about it last week, but the Dennis Villanueva, whatever.
Oh, I talked about that with Justin, by the way. Thank you, Justin from Row 9's YouTube channel for pinch hitting last minute and staying on. He was only going to come on for 15 minutes with us, and life happened, so he stayed on for the entire show. So I thank you for attempting it. We've never been live before, so we tried. The show went on.
Yeah.
Some people were unhappy, and you know what? Like, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happens, and did the best that we could. Sorry it did not meet your lofty expectations. I usually don't address these things, but I was a little irritated by it.
Yeah. Well, let me go ahead and message this person right now and let them know we're only going to be talking about comic books from now on and forever. So,
hello, Tony, and hello, Sid.
Happy Friday.
Sid is down for the drinking episode for Christmas Eve.
Yay.
Nat, if she's not wrapping presents, is going to join us. And Mars was just like, we're fucking doing this, right?
Yeah, we're getting lit. Exactly.
This Joker news? Why?
Oh.
Why? Why do we need a Joker series? Yes, they're putting a punchline, so they're like putting punchline with Mirka Andolfo is back from the one shot as is the backups in each one, but just mothball the Joker. Like,
you know, I know I said it before, but I enjoyed the punchline. You know, I liked the first issue. I don't know if it'll be, you know,
do a punchline series. That's fine. That's hot, but like let Joker go away.
I think DC knows a cash cow when they see it, and I think that forever, they're gonna milk it until there's nothing to milk anymore. They're loving getting everything out of the Joker that they can. So.
Yeah, I just I'm also very proud of us because we got Read Across the Stars to start reading Dune.
Our work here is finished.
I kind of like I was just like, send all your Paul Atreides hate to Cinia. Yes, and your grails. Which, did you actually open them to look through? Because Bill Sienkiewicz's art is beautiful in there.
Nope, I haven't even put them in a new bag and board, which maybe I'm one of those snobs when it comes to these things, but I actually hate non-resealable comic book bags, and I have 200 bags and boards on their way to me. They were supposed to be here last week, and they're not here.
I still use Scotch tape, or
yeah. I think that's for peasants. I'm just kidding. It just. I don't like, whenever I take them out, I feel like it always sticks to the top. And then when it sticks to the top, I'm always worried that I'm going to rip the back half. So I just like resealable because it's easier for me.
I know a lot of people use the blue tape, the painter's tape, because it's not as sticky.
Yeah.
But
I'm I need to use resealable. I'm not gonna tear whatever. I'm gonna use resealable. So anyways, I'm waiting for resealable bags and boards that were supposed to be here 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, whenever. And so now I know that I need to order 200 more right now so that I can have them in a month when they finally get here.
Do you have any hot takes from last week's books? Wait, would you like to comment on the science that Denis Villeneuve? Oh wait, we're only talking about comics. So.
Yeah, only comics. Only comics fans. So, last week, because I didn't read my comics, or I read some of them last week, but I wasn't really able to process them. But anyways, I did go ahead and read some of them this week. Basically, the only hot take that I really have, I'll go ahead, and I have a couple of issues here that I just really loved, and I'll go ahead and talk about them really quick. Because Sword came out, I'm kind of meh about it, but it wasn't.
I want to see where it goes.
I'm just kind of riding the high from
interesting choice of characters in it. I will say that.
Yeah, and that was last week. So I just think that maybe, I don't know.
I was here for Hellions all day.
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, not Hellions. I'm sorry, Marauders.
I was like, I didn't read that one last week.
No, Marauders was the best issue.
So basically, watching Kitty Pryde and just beat the shit out of someone. I loved this.
And then Lockheed fucked his eye out.
Yeah. So I really, really enjoyed Marauders. That's probably one of the sparkly, shiny spots from last week. I also, let me see here, Devil's Red Bride #3 came out last week, and I really enjoyed. This is just it's a good series. I think that it's a sleeper hit, and I understand that because not everyone is tuned into Vault. So, we mentioned it before. I do think that this one's going to be a really good trade read, so I'm really excited to see this in trade. I also got Terminal Punks #2 because I just really like it. Think of like Battle of the Bands, Lumberjanes. I don't know. I really appreciate it. One, because this character right here is wearing an X-Ray Specs shirt. So if anyone watching this actually knows who X-Ray Specs is, and I appreciate anyone who knows who X-Ray Specs is. And there's just lots of really cute like punk influences that I really love. So that's really cute. The last one that I have, or sorry, maybe I have two from last week, but I'll talk about this one more later. But Lonely Receiver.
I caught up on it. It got better.
So I really just want to say, anyone who read issues 1 through 3, they're really good. Issue #4 comes with this little warning that says mature readers. And I, as a young adult, grew up on my first foray into the internet was rotten.com. So like any disgusting shit anyone could ever throw to me will never harm me the way that, my first goings to the internet did. So anyways, I feel like weird reading this, like opening this right now. There is so much sex going on in this. So like where issues 1 through 3 could definitely be a nice, I would say maybe like maybe 13 years old. This is like 18 plus. Like this is X-rated right here. So
yeah. So I didn't really love issue 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 kind of like brought me back in, like where I was like, okay, like I see where this book is going now, and it's going down a very dark path.
Especially issue 3 at the end. I don't want to spoil it because I do think that this is a really good book and people are going to want to read it. It's heartbreaking, but it's also shocking, especially, and I think that anyone who's been in a breakup that maybe has unhealthy coping mechanisms after this breakup will 100% identify with Lonely Receiver. So
it was interesting. I was not ready for what was going on. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well,
so those are like just my general thoughts about most of the stuff that I read last week.
Homesick Pilots was actually like one of my highlights. Like, I love that book, and I don't like Coffin Bound that much, but like the writer on this like hit more of what I'm into.
I did want to talk about this for a second. I am so here for 90s nostalgia. I feel like the 80s decade gets a lot of the nostalgia stuff, like Stranger Things and It and all those things that have come out recently.
Punk Kids.
Yeah, but this like 90s grunge punk kids, like orphans.
Horror book.
Horror, yeah, 100%. So I could definitely see something like this being like the new Stranger Things that come out, and I feel like I always get excited about books that I can see written as a movie or a show. This is 100% one of them. So I'm really glad that I picked this up, and I'm really
It's
glad.
a haunted house. It's a haunted house. Like,
yeah, I'm glad that I picked it up and read it a second time, because I attempted to read it last week and just had just family stuff going on. So I was like, I wasn't in a good place mentally last week, but this week is so much better, and I'm really glad that I reread this.
And I will say this is a tale of two Cat Salazars, because finally she had something that she was promoting that I liked. While there was something this week they went way overboard that I picked up that I disliked. Strongly.
Ooh.
But let's you start with your books for this week.
Okay. I don't know if this should just be a free one, because I want to go ahead and talk about it. And hold on, let me pull up my stuff really quick. I have
a mental image of what you're about to discuss.
Okay. I'm really glad that let me know if you were right. Okay. So I'm here to officially say I will physically fucking fight someone who tells me that Crossover and Solid Blood 2 aren't related. Dan, if it's you that tells me that they're not related, I will reach through here and I will fight you, because they're related and you can't.
I would have had to have read Solid Blood to tell you that.
Oh, sorry. So Solid Blood 17, I am here to tell you people, do not go into it believing the BS that's like, oh, this comic was found in a warehouse and we're just going to send it out randomly. This is like, seriously, I'm going to go full conspiracy theory on everyone. So seriously, okay, listen. Like, seriously. So here's my pitch for everyone to believe that Solid Blood 17 is related to Crossover. So Crossover, remember, is a book about how superheroes have crossed over into our universe. There is this major event and people hate superheroes. They hate comic book stores. Spoiler alert for issue number 2. At the beginning of this book, Brian K. Vaughan is murdered. And we also have Zdarsky's murdered, missing. And Robert Kirkman is missing. They couldn't find them. So this crossover right here is Donny Cates' love letter to Image Comics and indie comic books. 100%. This is Donny Cates saying, I love you, Image. Let's go ahead and have fun with this. This was fun. So, once again, superheroes, people, even like the backstory characters are hated in Crossover. They are looked at as maybe diseased, that people want nothing to do with them. In this book, we find out that not only are superheroes, and we get some fun little nods to like Batwoman and Spawn being caged in this big dome in this like research facility, because they're researching superheroes. But then we also find out that the regular, like I'm going to call them NPCs, the non-player characters, are also held in like internment camps, right? Okay, so people don't like superheroes. People don't like these people who came over from this comic book world, and they're being held captive.
I just hate that all the characters are just fucking like not likable.
No, 100%. But here's the thing, is that literally in Solid Blood, the first line, and so we apparently get Michonne, who is in here as a young girl. The first line of Solid Blood is, they are among us. They look like us. They act like us, but they are not us. In ages past, they were worshipped. In others, they were feared. In others, still hunted. A gift passed down through the ages. They are descendants of the strongest to ever live. In their vein, it rages solid blood. So it's basically about these, like, the mutants in the Image universe. That's what I'm going to go ahead and call it. And so, just saying, in here, in the beginning, at the beginning of every like Image, any publisher does this, they basically list all of their people in their marketing, their editor-in-chief. In the beginning of this, our boy Donnie Cates is apparently PR and marketing for Image.
He was he marketing Mercy?
No, but I'm telling you that, like, seriously, and there's even this thing on the back for Kick Fight. Hi, Victoria. Thank you for being so sweet. I really appreciate all your very nice things you say. So anyways, Kick Fight. Someone find me Kick Fight. Find me Kick Fight, the comic book. In the back of it, seriously, people, if you don't think that Solid Blood is a crossover, I will fucking fight you. And I'm going to be here in like 3 weeks from now when Crossover 3 comes out, and I will be here and I'll be like, I told you so.
Kick Fight's the new Watchmen.
You so. It's not the new Watchmen, but it is a love letter to Image comic books. And seriously, in the back of it, there is... A love letter
to Frederick Bertham is what it is.
So in the back of it too, there's this like, the mail thing. And what's his name? Kirkman is basically like taking letters. Solid Blood, like, seriously, this is an Image crossover. All these people are reading it and they're like, I don't get it. Why am I reading this? It wasn't very good. Why do we see this? It just wasn't written really well. Well, maybe it's because number 17 and we just really need to read issues 1 through 16 to get it. Why is it printed on such flimsy paper? It's not worth $3.99. It will be next week, in like 3 weeks from now when Crossover 3 comes out. Even Donnie Cates said on Twitter that Crossover 3 is going to be huge and you need to make sure that you order extra copies of it. Solid Blood is, we're going to find out in 3 weeks that Solid Blood is actually part of Crossover. I'm telling you, people, and I will physically fight you.
Promise.
That's a promise. And that's me saying that 100% sober.
I'm waiting for Rob Liefeld to be like, hey, you can't use blood in your title. That's mine.
Right. Spawn gets, I think, like murdered in this, like whoever their version of Spawn is in this. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and say, because I keep seeing people be like, I didn't get Solid Blood. Why did they go ahead and release it? Like, you dummies, you're going to get got. You're going to get got.
I love the people who thought that Saga was going to be the secret book coming out.
You know,
I how pissed people would be.
Oh, and so I guess the algorithm was dependent on how many people ordered Firepower. And it's like, you're telling me some, like, let's be honest, like low-level book at Image is going to be how you determine how Saga comes back?
Yeah.
No. Because Mama's going to get at least like 10 copies of... so anyways, I know I just took up like 10 minutes of everyone's time explaining this, going full like Alex Jones, gay frogs, whatever. But if anyone who doesn't know, Alex Jones is just a dummy. But anyways, Solid Blood is crossover material right here. You heard it not here first, but because I think I said it on Wednesday on my channel, but seriously.
Oh yeah, we were not as bluntly as on
no,
your
well,
channel.
that's because I hadn't read it yet. Once I read it, like I read every page. And okay, sorry. So one more thing. This is another like there is no Pepe Silva. Yeah. Okay. So the thing for crossover, is these 3 little dots. That's like the little whatchamacallit for crossover, the little symbol. And sorry, I'm going to pull this out one more time. In Solid Blood,
There's 3 dots.
yeah, Michonne's, young Michonne, she's got 3 dots in her hair. I'm telling you, this is me connecting the random ass dots. Solid Blood 17 is a crossover. Okay, I'm done.
What is your grade on it? Like, what is your rating?
10 out of 10 because I am fueled by my rage is untethered. I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds. So thank you all for the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia thing. So anyways, seriously.
It was, Fozzie Bear next to you.
No, he's like across the room.
Well, 400 square feet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anyways, 10 out of 10, 0 out of 10 for anyone who wants to fight me and argue that Solid Blood is not a crossover.
So John's Comics with Kids tonight on Hero with the Kid. Start the fight.
Yeah, because I was watching. He did a show, and I was like, these people are saying that like it's a bad comic, and I don't understand it. And I'm like, people, it's a crossover. That's the whole thing. You can't win with these people. Okay, it's the internet. But I will stand. I will fight.
How do I come back from this?
You can't. I should have saved that for the end, probably. But
that's fine.
I had to. It was weighing heavy on my heart, and I had to let that out. And I know that this is a safe place that I can talk about things like that. So, anyways, fight me on Twitter, fight me on Instagram, find me on them internets. We'll talk.
So my first book is Barbarian Red Planet #2. So fucking good. So, like, if anybody's not reading these spin-offs, 1, what's wrong with you? 2, if you're not reading Black Hammer, go get the trades. Like, you're really missing out on a solid superhero, not superhero story where you're dealing with the emotional weight of the heroes, but not like a therapy way.
Yeah. And I think that it was weird reading Barbarian, thinking of it as a Black Hammer series, right? So I feel like I enjoyed it so much. Reading it is just a regular book. Its own thing. So to me, it felt less like Black Hammer, and maybe that's why I didn't. Not necessarily that I didn't enjoy the first issue, because I totally enjoyed the first issue. I just think that I don't know, this one,
the emotional weight of him dealing with his sexuality, and also with what's going on with the other characters from what was the name of the club again? Like,
I can't recall.
But very interesting, and how, the treatment, the cops and everything in there. People forget what it was like during the mid to late 80s.
People forget what it's still like in some areas.
Yeah, but like, and this is also like the height of the AIDS, where they're not really saying it's AIDS, but Fred's sick.
Yeah.
Lemire just nailed it with this issue, in my opinion. Like,
yeah,
it's easily a 9 out of 10 for me. And like, the book might not be for everyone. There's people out there that just don't want to deal with this stuff.
When you say deal with this stuff, what do you mean?
Where there's a community of people out there that
I think they need it more than we do.
Yes. Oh no, they do. But I'm just saying, though, they might not be willing to even give it a chance.
Yeah, and I think that
there's a gay alien.
Those people to me who just don't, if they see any sign of diversity, any sign of like, someone who doesn't look like them in a comic, and to me, it's all white noise. It sounds like kids complaining that they don't want to eat their fucking vegetables. Like, stop complaining and grow up. Eat something other than, I don't know. I was gonna say chicken nuggets, but I fucking love chicken nuggets.
Do you get the dinosaur ones?
No, I go with like whatever the fucking shape Ronald McDonald sells me.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you'd like buy the ones at the store that are like dinosaur shaped that you.
No, when I like to
because I can kind of see you like, getting a little inebriated and be like, rawr.
I'll do that with my regular chicken fingers, but I go I'll get like the real chicken fingers, and then I get jalapeno poppers, and that's like my garbage meal for the week.
So like Colonel Weird and this book couldn't be more like off the chart different than each other, where Colonel Weird, it's got weird in the name, so of course, but it's this weird like Benjamin Button thing where he's kind of having this out-of-body experience with himself, where this is like this emotional finding yourself after being, on your own planet, like excommunicated because of the way you are. And Lemire does it in such like a not heavy-handed way.
I wouldn't necessarily. I feel like when we say, I feel like, when you say heavy-handed, like I feel like the other word that could be used instead of heavy-handed would be he's not forcing it in our face, which I feel like I want it forced. Like I think that people need to start eating their vegetables when it comes to
heavy-handed.
comics.
To me is when it like stalls the story, where the story's still moving, but like it gets to that point where it's like, in here, in your face, and then it just kind of stops because some writers just aren't as deft.
Yeah.
With how they want to tell it.
Yeah. I think that there are some people out there who will see any sign of diversity and be like, this was too heavy-handed. This is too in my face. I was reading Midnighter and Apollo and it's too heavy-handed, which it's not. Like, so I don't know. I think that it could be more heavy-handed.
Like, my thing is when like the story stops, where it's just like, it's not moving anymore because they're like, message, and then it just stops. It's like, okay, like we get it, like just keep it moving. And this one kept moving.
Oh, hi.
Cosmogog is so good. Like so everything good. Black Hammer, like I can't wait for Golden Gale. I'm even here for a talkie-walkie.
100%.
Especially how he's in love with Colonel Weird, or she's in love with Colonel Weird. Like I want that.
Yeah.
Like I don't even really need Slamkowski. I don't need like
Abraham Slam.
Slam book. I don't really need it.
I feel like
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I feel like I really want the oh my goodness, I can't even think of her name.
Oh, Dragonfly.
Dragonfly. Mm-hmm. I really want a story for her.
Especially with the Swamp Thing fucking.
Yeah, I need to see like stuff.
Witch on Vegetable.
Yeah.
This is like a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Like I thought this issue was great. I thought it was better than issue 1. Your next book.
Sorry, I'm so distracted by this cat right here.
Oh, like, buy this shit. Buy Black Hammer, the trades, like buy it all. Like it's between this and Ascender for my favorite Lemire books, and it's close. It's real close.
I definitely.
I said close.
For sure. I think that Black Hammer is probably going to be up there for a Lemire book. But that once again could just be a whole ass episode. Yes. So let me think. I'm gonna go ahead and okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. This is going to be a hot take. This is gonna be like a Sydney level hot take. Hickman, we need to fucking talk. I decided I don't like decorum at all. I don't like it. You have 2 issues left to prove me wrong. I will also fight you. I will also fight you.
Story we're supposed to be following. Like when Niha's there, I'm totally engaged. When that other shit and the art keeps fucking shifting back and forth and it's taking me out of the story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying the art's ugly. It's just make up your fucking mind.
Yeah, I think that I read Manhattan Projects and didn't enjoy it. This is close for like I I didn't like this one. It makes me sad because I feel like this is maybe I need 2 more issues to figure it out, and I'm gonna go ahead and just finish it. But man, Hickman, you've got 2 issues left to like prove me wrong. I'm hoping that there's gonna be some fun thing at the end where I'm gonna be like, oh, I need to go back and read it with this
Hi,
perspective.
Victoria.
But I don't know.
I really enjoyed Niha. Like I like that character. Once she's out, I'm out. Like I don't know the point of this book.
Yeah. So it's funny that this and Mercy came out at the same time because I was like, I'm on board for Hickman. Like, I'm 100% sold on this. And I trusted you. I trusted you. I will fight you. 4 out of 10.
Ooh, you Batman Catwoman did. Ooh. Wow. Wow.
And that's probably for the whole series because it's not getting somewhere to me. I can barely even tell you the names of the characters, what's going on. So yeah.
By the way, I wanted to ask you, did you read Getting It Together 3?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
I know after reading issue 1, it's like this is a series about nothing, but I feel like I needed less nothing. I needed more.
I liked it, but I liked at the club where they all took Molly and the guy's like, I'm here. I was brought here to see if you're being a good hoe or a bad hoe. Jack. I don't know why it made me laugh. Neil Gaiman is when it comes to dealing with diversity issues before that phrase was used. He's not heavy-handed nor didactic. Definitely in the things he did get wrong, he eventually later, kind of not apologized for it, but said, hey, like, I probably handled this wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's what should happen, right? So I appreciate that, Gore.
What's in Future 14?
Sorry, I got it. I was like, did I bring it over? I did.
Not my favorite issue so far, but near the end, Grandma had some great moments.
To me, this emotional moment when spoiler alert, what's his name is just like laying in her lap.
Yes.
And her grandson is like, why are you never that nice to me? And she's like, screw you, little boy. This guy is dying right here. And so I just thought this was like a very, very sweet moment in it.
And then she stole his motorcycle keys.
Yeah. And they're like riding. Yeah. I think that Once in Future has it's dark, but it's cute. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't after the last couple of issues, it wasn't as much going on. But Gran always has at least 1 to 2 moments every issue where I'm like, she's so fun. Like, I'd love to see her in a series.
Yeah. Helen Mirren, all the way. I need to see Helen
100%. I'm at a 6.5 on this. Like, I liked it. I didn't love it.
Okay. I had a lot more fun reading it, so it's more like a 7 or an 8 for me.
Your next book.
I'm trying to only like bring up books that I actually really enjoyed. Those ones are all ones that are unbagged, so let me get these. Okay. Is this my third one?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Man. Okay. Let me go ahead and talk about this one. Post Americana was too damn good. It was too damn good. It was too damn good. Am I going to have to fight you too?
This was my Cat Salazar book.
I enjoyed it so much. Do I think that it needed like 10 different covers? No.
Maybe I wasn't in the mood to read it because I was reading it, and of course I was tired and angry. But like I'm reading, going, why were they pushing this so much? It's kind of just eh.
I think that it, to me, it feels like Mad Max. Do I want to say like Cronenberg world? I don't know. I just like
someone doing Derek Robertson art without like the deft hand of Derek Robertson.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, I totally see it as like this crazy Mad Max world. I love post-apocalyptic shit, dystopian world stuff. So I think that this one did it for me, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say like a 9 out of 10 for this one. I really enjoyed it.
Wow, like
yeah, a lot.
That was me. 5.
Whatever.
Hey, we agree to disagree. We do disagree sometimes, guys. It happens.
100%.
Okay, so I know you don't read this book, so 7 to Eternity number 15 came out. It sauged me. Like it upset me.
Oh, did it like punch you in the feels?
Yes. Something happened in it. Like I don't want to spoil it for anybody who does read it and hasn't read it, but like I immediately finished and I messaged Sid going, "Oh God, I gotta process this." And she's like, "Oh no. And I was like, "Just be ready when you read it." And then she texts me like later going, "Oh no." This was like a heavy ass issue. Like
really?
Yes, it was like very the Adam Ositis, who's our main character. It's a lot of him and the Mud King sitting and talking and kind of like having emotional moments where I'm not like, it's kind of that apocalypse thing where you're like, this dude's the villain, like, or is he?
Did he like, does he have a wife that he has a like bad relationship with and he cheats on her
but
or
he
something?
started talking out like his reasoning for things. It was almost like a Tom King like therapy session for a little bit, but you know, better written.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but that's a whole other episode probably. It ended with like a gut punch in the last 5 issues, and I was like, or 5 pages. I was like, wait, what? No. It was close to the feeling of when Prince Robot.
Sorry, I'm talking to my cat. He's like biting me, like he'll bite me, and then he'll be like, "I'm sorry," and then start kissing me, and I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?"
Oh no, my cat does that. He'll do the bite and then all of a sudden come up and like nuzzle his head against me. I was like, no. 8 out of 10 on this. Like I can't even talk about it without spoiling what went on. But this was probably one of the 2 best issues of this series. Where, you know, we get Scumbag next week to just wash all the good feelings away. But
is there another one coming out that's like Scumbag? I think that there's like a new title, and I'm like for people who liked Scumbag, go to this one. Oh,
probably. Cat Salazar's like, it worked with Scumbag. Let's do it again.
No, thank you.
So I for some fucking reason picked up Stillwater. I didn't read it yet. I just couldn't do it.
I'm very proud of myself for actually not reading stuff like Scumbag and Stillwater because I'm spending dumb money on things that I don't even like, and I'm kind of done with it. So,
did you read X-Force?
Yes. That was a last week one. It was
Was
good.
it? I thought it came out this week.
X-Force 14, right? With the 2 characters.
15.
15. Yeah, I think that was
It's
last
the
week.
Beast episode issue.
Maybe I'm getting them wrong. I don't know. I did this week. Sorry. Where are you? I
think
did
there's
read.
a book that I think we both pick up that I read too.
I really enjoyed this. I initially wasn't going to pick it up. Once again, so many cute moments with Magic. And I forget the not oh my God, I keep wanting to say Doug, but it's what's his name?
Wait, was it with Wolfsbane or
No, with the robot thing. Not
Warlock?
Yeah. So like I just think that like this was really, really cute. I really appreciate Vita Ayala.
I don't know.
I really appreciate their writing. The owner at the comic book store was like, "Hey, they're writing this. I think that you would really enjoy it. Pick it up." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll pick it up." And nail on the head. It was so good.
We only find them when they're dead. The new issue came out, and there was a lot going on in it.
You know, I'll be honest, I said that I got all my reading done, but I lied. I actually didn't finish. We only find them when we're dead. I also didn't finish The Vein. But
the art and We Only Find Them When They're Dead, the colors just make it such an enjoyable read. Like I kind of get lost in it at times. Taskmaster 2 came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was just as schlubby and jabroni-ish as the first issue, and I'm totally here for it. I'm still like, I keep reading it. I'm just like, this is such a dumb book, but I keep going.
It's funny.
In a fun way.
You had mentioned something about Taskmaster 1, and then I saw that Taskmaster 2 came out, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll pick it up. And I'm like, wait, I know you said you liked it, but I was like, I don't think the way you described it, I was like, I'm not sure if I would like it, so I'm like, I'm not picking it up.
It's like reading a Deadpool book, but without the powers.
Got it.
But it was like comfort food humor in it, like because he's such a dumb villain. Like I don't know why it just calls to me. Of course, I picked up the God Love Man Kills hardcover.
Yep.
What else? There was something. Amethyst.
Number 6
finally came out.
I think we were talking about that a little bit on Wednesday.
Yes.
I thought that originally this was going to be a much longer series. I thought it was going to be a maxi series. And maybe because I thought that, this one felt a little bit rushed at the end. I still really enjoyed it. As I was reading it, I'm like, I kind of want to buy this for some like relative daughters, like cousin type people.
Because there was such a gap in between that I was kind of annoyed.
But I thought that it was absolutely wonderful. I really want to see more from this character. I can't remember if we're going to get more from Amethyst on Future State, or I think that we're at least going to get some Amy Reader on Future State. So,
Batman number 105 came out, and this was such a dumb fucking storyline, but this issue in particular had a really good Harley Quinn written moment by James Tynion, so I'm going to give him a pass because it's very rare that I enjoy Harley Quinn written.
Since we're kind of talking about DC really quick, so I have been picking up Dark Knight's Metal.
I picked it up too.
And I thought that it wasn't bad. There were some really good moments, but I thought that there was this really cute moment between Harley and Ivy, and Ivy calls out to Harley and is like, "Hey, that's a cute hat, honey."
Yeah.
And I just thought that was really cute. One thing that I have to say though, every fucking time I see this ad for Snickers, Like, I never want to buy a Snickers again in my life because I'm so like, I'm enjoying what I'm reading and I'm like, wait, what is going on here? And so DC, I'm letting you know it's not working. I know I'm talking about Snickers and that'll maybe trigger someone to buy a Snickers. It's not going to be me. Stop putting the same ad in every DC book.
You'll need a Snickers after someone starts with you about crossover.
They will need to go to the emergency room because I will physically fight anyone who tells me that Solid Blood is not a crossover.
Black Cat was as terrible as I knew it was going to be.
Oh, I kind of actually wanted to pick it up, especially because I guess it's a tie-in for King in Black. And
real like lame tie-in, like
yeah.
Oh God.
That's what I figured. And I like when I was at my comic book store and I was like, hey, the only thing that I think I'm missing is this and this. Did you get Black Cat #1? And they're like, the last series that Black Cat got was so bad. We didn't really order it. And I'm so glad that I didn't pick it up.
I just got it for the Todd Knock headshot variant. Commanders in Crisis 3 came out. It was not the best issue of it, in my opinion.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Like, the first 2 issues were really good, and this one just was not the greatest. I just saw the comment.
I can't with him. He's literally had to deal with me. Like when I was reading all of these on Thursday, he had to deal with me. Like, and so here's the thing is that like, he doesn't read like comics like I do. Like he doesn't pick up single issues. He may read like a trade or something like that. So he has to deal with like what the rant looked like at the beginning of the show about crossover Solid Blood. He had to deal with me just in the middle of reading it, going into it, and just he's had to deal with me like just bullshitting about this. So
at least I just get like the little like snippets text to me, like
yeah.
Although like I feel bad at times because you, Sid, and Gambit get like this is bullshit like text, like what the fuck is this? Oh no, this hurts. Deadpool I picked up just for the Bachalo cover.
Yeah. That one I saw it and it looked nice, but I didn't pick it up because I'm not reading it.
And the story wasn't that bad inside. I had no idea what was going on, but I followed. I mean, there's a shark that has a knife in its mouth, Jeffrey.
Oh.
And it has legs. So I kind of want one. Hello, Jay. Long time no see.
Hi. Aw.
I think that is. Oh, I picked up Immortal Hulk.
Oh.
The story itself inside, I did not enjoy, but the cover was great. That is my big take on that.
The hot take.
It's not even a hot take. It's like just ice cold. And Miskatonic #2, I read and
I wasn't originally going to pick this up because I was very meh about the first one. I'm still just going to maintain that I wish if this had come out 10 years ago, I think that it would have been more highly received than maybe Lock and Key. Like, I just think that it would have gone hand in hand with something like Lock and Key. And it's actually Lovecraftian, where Lock and Key to me doesn't really have too many like.
It's just the name of the place they live in, Lovecraft.
So I think that if anyone does want to get into Lovecraft, like if you went into Lock and Key thinking it was going to be Lovecraftian, that sucks, but Miskatonic is more that. I still didn't love it, but I'm definitely not going to pick up issue #3. Sorry, but not sorry.
Did you read We Live #3?
Let me see.
I know that was a book that you were kind of hyped about.
I do. I like it. I still think that it's fun. I think that it gets a little bit darker, especially because the first couple issues still manage to be kind of cute.
I weirdly enjoy Giga more, and I know like some people didn't enjoy Giga as much as I do. And I think that's basically it that I've got for books.
I've got a couple more.
Okay.
So I'll just go ahead and like smash through them. King Tank Girl, number 2. So in the first one, it was a couple of short stories, and in the first story that we basically get to see is Tank Girl becomes King of England. You know, they're doing the whole pulling the sword out of the stone type thing that so anyways, but there was a lot of other stories like they go to the beach and you know all these fun things. So anyways, just following up on all of those adventures, and it was fun. This is maybe more of an adult Transformers My Little Pony, so I really enjoyed that. Let's go ahead and see what else I got. Hated Lock and Key. Just I really liked the first one of this one, but I feel like after this one I couldn't. And Pale Battalions Go, number 3.
Wait, what now? I didn't read Pale Battalions yet.
Okay, so issue 1 I liked. Issue 2 was meh. Issue 3 was more meh.
Is this the one you were talking about that you didn't like, or are you talking about the Sandman?
I'm talking
Lock and Key
about
from
the
last week?
Sandman Lock and Key I didn't enjoy.
It literally was reprints. Like,
I didn't like it. I thought it was going to be better. I thought it was going to be more.
I kind of figured for a 0 issue, they're trying to show you what's going to tie into.
I'm not excited. I need to be more excited about Sandman, and I'm not.
Well, we kind of we've kind of stuck ourselves into this with.
Oh, I'm gonna read it, but I'm
Yeah.
not excited about it. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna complain the whole time.
What if you're blown away in issue 1 with the J.H. Williams cover?
Then, okay, 100%. But I was also blown away by the Merca and Dolpho Mercy cover, and
which, by the way, for Lock and Key Sandman, we're in partnership with comicbookcampaign.com.
So here's my thing is that like 100%, I'll definitely go ahead and read it. I'm going to buy it, and I think that other people should buy it and read it and make their own opinions, but I'm also not going to say that I liked something just because I feel like I should.
I figured with reprints you weren't going to have much to say. It did have Sandman number 1 reprint in the back.
Yeah. I think that I just don't love Lock and Key. Sorry.
I mean, it's fine to be wrong.
So anyways, what else came out this week? I'm going to talk about The Expanse. I tried to watch the show, couldn't get into it. Tried to watch the show again, couldn't get into it. I think there's a book and I tried to get into it, and I'm like, okay, let's try to read the comic and get into it. And guess what happened, guys? I didn't get into it. So
that's me in Star Trek.
Oh, Star Trek is so good. Which one did you watch? Which one? What are you talking about? Which one did you not get into? Was it like
so my thing is like I could never become a super fan of it. Like I just don't love it that much.
But which one did you go to first?
I watched the original when I was a kid. Like,
and then like, are you talking about like you tried to watch Deep Space Nine? Did you watch Voyager? Don't even worry about like what's
I watched Next Generation. There were some good episodes, but overall I didn't love it.
Have you watched Deep Space Nine?
Yeah.
Like
Trouble with Tribbles. I watched that one.
But you need to watch all of Deep Space Nine. That's just my professional Star Trek opinion.
Then I had people tell me Farscape was amazing, and I watched it. I was like, eh.
Okay.
Battlestar Galactica now. That was good.
Okay, let's talk about someone else. Stargazer number 4 was really, really good. I really hope that like there's a part of me that hopes that this is a limited issue or limited series because I feel like it could wrap up nicely. But I feel like
most of their books are kind of limited.
but I could also see this going for a couple of arcs. So I really enjoy it. I also really want to see this as a TV show, whatever, movie. Space Jesus. Jen, oh my god, between Battlestar Galactica and LNK. Oh, Lock and Key. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. So anyways, the last two that I have, Blade Runner 2040 or 2029. I read the 2019. I enjoyed it mildly.
It was okay, but like I don't know, like I just see Blade Runner, I'm like, I want to be blown away, and it's my expectations versus the reality.
For this one, this to me isn't doing anything new. Like I feel like because it's in between, it's setting up to do tying the loose end between the original movie and 2049. So I feel like it's kind of doing that. But so my last book of the week is going to be Night Hunters by Alexis Zierett and Baker. Oh man, I don't have it right in front of me, but the Baker who wrote Night Hunters also did Star Trek Voyager comic that's out right now, and it's so good.
Which I heard the show is not. Oh no, Star Trek Discovery is the one that everybody complains about constantly.
Okay, the same people who are complaining about Star Trek Discovery are the same people who are like, we don't need Black Batman. We don't need forced diversity. Like seriously, Star Trek Discovery is so good, and season 3 is just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Eat your veggies, kids. Don't be a complainer. So anyways, Night Hunters. I am thoroughly enjoying this book a lot. It does this like future dystopian thing, and it's like Judge Dredd meets I don't even know what, but I thoroughly enjoy this. And man, it stinks, not stinks. I feel like this has a special place in my heart because it's published by Floating World, which is a comic book store that's like in my neck of the woods. So I thoroughly enjoyed this series. I've thoroughly enjoyed Space Riders. So Night Hunters, y'all.
I didn't even know that book was out.
It's like indie. So it's
like self-published pretty much.
Pretty much. They publish a couple other things, but I think that this is going to be really hard to get to, and I'm glad that I got it. So yeah, that's all my comics for. I think he misspelled preach, but that's okay.
So I am surprised for Christmas week, so many fucking books coming out. One that I just read the description and I can't wait to read. Department of Truth #4 is tackling QAnon.
It's definitely been setting up to tackle it, so I'm glad.
The B variant by Trad Moore is like incredible because it's so like surreal. Family Tree #10.
Okay.
It feels like it's been a while for that, but I'm not sure. But actually, like now that the first arc's over, it's kind of moving at a good pace, and I'm liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Rod, what is up, brother?
Rod, I was just thinking about you the other day. How are you doing, friend?
Are you abandoning the iconic cut, Jen?
What do you mean the iconic cut? Oh, are you talking about my hair? Here's the thing. When you have a shaved side of your head, there is no easy way to grow it out. I ultimately do want to keep it shaved, but I need to do a little bit more length. And then I think I'm going to try to go a little bit mullet in the back. And so anyways, I
believe that's a mullet.
A mullet. I'm going to get a fancy mullet, y'all. Boy, howdy. So anyways, in the meantime, I've got like, my hair is wild and crazy. So thank you all for sticking with me. Cause like this shit is just, it bothers me so much, but.
Hey Rod, we're doing a Christmas Eve drinking show if you want to join us. I don't know what's going to happen, but it could be interesting. Gideon Falls #27 comes out. The series finally fucking ends.
Mm-hmm.
Cynia will pour out a bottle for it because she hated it more than I do.
Yeah.
Ice Cream Man number 22. It's an advent calendar on the cover, so I'm here for it. Philadelphia number 11.
Mm-hmm.
Elysium Gardens is back as the backup in it. The cover is very interesting because sure as fuck looks like Thomas Jefferson.
Mm.
And it's called Burn Baby Burn.
Oh, I hope he gets murdered.
Speaking of Rodney Barnes, he is going to be tackling that new series that they put. Was it Making White People Uncomfortable or something
like that? I'm here for it.
Ooh, Seesaw is back in this issue too. He's been gone for most of this arc. Mm-hmm. Yes, I can't wait. If you're not reading this series, get on it. $9.99 first trade. Both of us have CGC number 1s, 9.8s from Andrew at Comic Book Campaign. Great price on it too.
Yeah, this is a really good price.
We also have, oh god, Outcast is back out. That's been on hiatus for a while. Scumbag number 3 is out.
Yeah.
Sea of Stars number 8, which I feel has been a while since that came out. I'm not seeing whatever comment just posted.
Jay basically said, was talking about my comment because you're like, oh, Thomas Jefferson. And I'm like, oh, I hope he gets burned. I hope he gets murdered is, I think what I said. But yes, burned while murdered while burned, the Thomas Jefferson story.
Tartarus number 8 comes out.
Yay, I love Tartarus. Oh.
You Look Like Death, Tales from the Umbrella Academy number 4 comes out.
Mm-hmm.
3 different covers. Does it need 3 covers? Probably not, but hey. IDW, I don't know. You stopped doing Sleeping Beauties, right?
I think that one was the one that was still on my poll because I really liked the artwork for that.
Scarenthood number 3 and then number 1 reprint. Yeah. Sea of Sorrows number 2. I can't remember if you were getting that.
My shop didn't get number 1. I ended up going to a different shop finding number 1, but I haven't read it yet. So I'll probably see if I can read number 1 and get a hold of number 2.
Excalibur number 16. Amazing Spider-Man for me and Doctor Doom. King in Black number 2.
I think that getting the Knoll guidebook, whatever that was, helped me enjoy it. So I'll probably read King in Black number 2. It wasn't horrible.
I will pick up Maestro number 5 because there's a Becky Cloonan variant.
Which one was it?
Maestro number 5 from Marvel.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But it's a Becky Cloonan variant, so I have to get it. If I had $125 sitting around, I'd get the New Mutants Omnibus by Bill Sienkiewicz.
Oh.
Spider-Woman number 7, the Peach Momoko nullified variant, I will pick up probably. Star Wars Bounty Hunters, I'm still reading. Dune House Atreides.
Number 3.
Number 2 of 12 second printing.
Oh.
As well. Number 3, all with the maker on the cover.
I'm sure we'll get some fun variants for that.
Cover B is by Rod Rice. And it has some Harkonnens. It's got a little bit of everything. I'll probably pick up both covers because that's just what I do. Something is Killing the Children, number 13. Unkindness of Ravens, number 4.
That should also mean that the Autumnal.
The B variant for Unkindness of Ravens I really like. And I can't wait to see the white masked people from the Order of St. George go nuts and Something is Killing the Children.
Mm-hmm.
And one I'm sure you're going to be very excited about, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, number 2.
Yes. How are there variant covers for that? Because
there is a limited edition cover B, which I really like. Such a good movie if anybody has not seen it. And big surprise, no Audible.
Son of a bitch. I was even like, oh, It must be coming out, and that one's by Vault. So is Vault?
Yeah. Maybe it's just they're waiting another week, so it's not after the holidays.
Oh, got it. That makes sense.
Um, there is a trade paperback that actually looks interesting that it's called Concrete Surfer. It's a little indie from Rebellion 2000 AD.
Okay, I was gonna say that to me sounds like a Scout Comics
That's
title,
what I thought it was.
because I think that they have one called Concrete Jungle right now, but I haven't been picking that one up.
Dryfoot number 404.
Oh, okay.
So that will be ending. Boy, there's a lot of the same cover for God is Dead. Jesus Christ. Largo Winch, 18 Scarlet Sails. It's a lot of trades coming out.
What the? I don't know what any of those are.
No, they're all indie trades. New Vault comic, Picture of Everything Else.
Ooh, I feel like I've seen that advertised in the back of some of their books.
They were just promoting it. It's by Dan Waters and Kishore Mohan.
Oh, what Dan Waters, did he write something this week that I read?
He was Homesick Pilots.
Homesick Pilots, yeah.
And Coffin Bound.
So I'm really excited because I do really enjoy Coffin Bound. Some issues of this later arc weren't that good, but and I enjoyed Homesick Pilots. So what was that one called again by Dan Waters?
Picture of Everything Else. It's got 5 covers.
Ooh, spending that dumb bitch money.
15 copy incentive and a 30 copy incentive. Cover B and C are probably my favorites out of all of them. Let's see. Boy, there's a lot of books coming out. Yasmin number 5.
And I think 5 or 6 is the last one, right? I think.
It doesn't say that's limited on here or not. And then DC Comics, a lot of crap. Action Comics. I think Bendis's run's ending soon, and Philip Kennedy Johnson's taking over. That was news that came out this week. He's taking over both Superman titles. Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn number 3 of 6. It hasn't been terrible. There's a Black Adam Endless Winter special coming out, which the Boss Logic cover I kind of like. It's just a lot of crap. Last God number 11, very excited about that. And Josh Middleton, Wonder Woman number 769, kills it again on another cover. And for people who did not read The Authority, they're reprinting that in new trades. Brian Hitch, Warren Ellis.
I was going to say, is it going to have Warren Ellis's name on it, or are they taking his name off that too?
No, no. Promethea, the 20th Anniversary Deluxe Edition, Book 3.
What is it, like $150 or something?
$40.
Okay.
It's not bad. They're reprinting and putting them all 20th Anniversary Deluxe Editions for all the hardcovers. And if you haven't read Promethea, this was like peak Alan Moore and J.H. Williams.
Yeah.
And like it's their own take, I guess, on Wonder Woman, sort of. Incredibly great series. I advise checking it out if you haven't. And that is pretty much it for what's coming out. This is our low rent version of the pull list.
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't watched, every Thursday, Rod at Just a Reek in his Comics, John's Comics with Kids, and Old Wolf, they do 15 minutes each, and it's Tag Team Thursdays. And Jen and I are working on our top 10 list. I don't know when we're going to do it. It could be the drunk episode. It could be the week after.
You know, I think that drunk episode would be a good time to talk about it, because then we can just maybe bullshit about all of the like series that came out.
And then the 30th at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, we will be doing All-Star Superman, a feel-good book. Grant Morrison gets weird with Superman. And I advise anybody who's interested, watch Grant Morrison's Talking with Gods. It's on YouTube. It's about an hour and a half. And he literally...
They.
Huh?
Grant Morrison uses they, them pronouns.
Grant Morrison was at San Diego Comic-Con and saw a Superman cosplayer that... Excuse me.
Bless you. Yeah, that documentary, something else.
So he met this guy and he...
Grant Morrison,
at the convention, meets a cosplayer, and they start discussing Superman and what he decides is the tenets of Superman, and figures out the story from just talking to this cosplayer. And that's just how much of a thinker Morrison is, that whatever. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah. Pronouns are super important.
Trained brain. Like,
you need to start doing the...
So, yeah, watch this documentary because it's insane. Like, with people at a convention where, like, his door opens and smoke's coming out, and he's like, I've had a breakthrough. And then they swear the door closed by itself after he walked away. He summoned John Lennon, apparently.
You'll get it eventually.
Anyway, watch the documentary. It's called Talking with Gods. It's on Netflix.
Oh, it's on Netflix? I thought it was on YouTube.
Not Netflix, sorry, YouTube.
Okay, I was like, wait, what? That is like so low budget for...
You got me rattled. And now I'm like overthinking, trying is better than not, yeah.
Yep, I'd rather try and fuck it up and apologize than not respect them at all. And then thank you, Lord Roscoe. It's my Magneto shirt.
I always wanted the Magneto. Magneto was right. The Quentin Quire
The Quentin
shirt.
Quire.
Yes.
I've probably talked about how one year I went to MegaCon and like my hair was shaved. It was like a purple pink, and I had on a red shirt that had Charles Xavier on it that said read a book, and I had a blazer over it that had pins all over it, and I had like pants and combat boots, and someone was like, are you doing a gender bent Quentin Quire? And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Of course I am.
And I'm like, God damn it, this is just my style aesthetic. It's somewhere between I just told someone today, I'm like, my style aesthetic is somewhere between like Leather Daddy and Grandma's Couch, but a little bit of both, and it works. So yep, it's important.
It's the always assume part, like,
yeah, always. Yep. Plastic covered Grandma's couch. Yeah, leather plastic leather, because I don't pleather covered Grandma's couch. 100% is my style aesthetic.
That was like 100% my Italian grandmother's couch. Everything was fucking covered in plastic.
Of course.
It was like, it would be during the summer and central air was not a thing. And you'd get up and be like,
Roscoe, I don't know if you saw the comment, asked if we've checked out Savage Circus yet.
I still haven't found it.
Yeah, like I think I
might have to go on Comixology and see if I can find it on there.
Yeah. I think that I went to Powell's and didn't find it, but sometimes because I like to buy used books from them specifically. So maybe if I don't look for it used.
Savage Circus.
We're both looking right now. I promise you. At least I am. I can promise you I am. I don't know about...
I am right now. Unfortunately, I found a Swedish metal band called that.
Ooh, I'm here for a Swedish metal band.
Did you ever watch the Lords of Chaos
Which
movie
one
on
was?
Hulu about the black metal band Mayhem? It's on Hulu. It's based on a real story, but one of the Culkin brothers is playing the it was heavy metal. That's what it was. $2.99. Okay.
Oh yeah, because I think they I was saying I'm like got it. So that's a single issue, so I wouldn't be able to find it. I may see if I can maybe order like a back issue or something. But I do love me some heavy metal, so we'll see.
You can order directly through heavy metal. So
Okay. It's an oversized book.
yes.
I'm here for buying an oversized book because my dumb butt spent so much money on getting magazine boards and bags, and I have all of like 20 comics to put them in, so I need a 21st. So thank you.
You know what you need for that then? The
I
treasury
need
sized
resealable.
No, the treasury sized Dune that came out for in the movie theaters that they sold.
I do need that. I do need that.
It's the one that my parents bought me to shut me up when we went to see the movie, as my mom was yelling at my dad saying, "I can't believe you dragged me this fucking stupid movie."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, there was sandworms. I don't know what's going on. I just remember the worms, and I was like, why did their voice blow stuff up? Dumb thing. Yes, we did find it. I know where I can order it now, so I think I still might be able to get it on Comixology. I think it's
maybe
something I'd rather have on digital.
I'll go ahead and read some like obscure stuff if on like digital, but I feel like I need something.
Oh, Jay, you're opening up a.
We only talk comics here. My feeling about me personally, the feeling about the new film, I'm excited for it. Like there's not going to be, even if this movie is shit, even if this one is worse than the sci-fi one, it's worse than 1984, I'm still going to enjoy it. I assure
14
you.
hours.
I know that I'm going to enjoy it. I'm probably, even if I don't, I'm probably not going to trash talk it.
If there's not a filing cabinet in the siege.
Yeah.
So Denis Villeneuve is coming at this from a place of love for it, and he had some things to say the other week, and I understand this is his baby. It's, in his opinion, his best movie he's ever made, which I thought Blade Runner was a beautiful fucking movie.
I did too. I really, there were some spots in it I didn't like, and almost all of those had to do with Jared Leto.
Yes.
Like any scene that he was in, it's not because he's a bad actor, and it's not because the movie isn't beautiful. I just don't think his character was
pointless.
His character was pointless. He was a cool character. He was a well-written character, but that character needed his own film. Like I feel like that character, they based a lot of the inspiration for that character from Zorg from Fifth Element, and but needed like more evil and less comical. So I feel like if we could have just had like a standalone Jared Leto movie for Blade Runner, I think that'd be cool, but it was overall a good movie.
I feel like I would have rather had Guy Pearce in that role.
Maybe. Sorry, I'm looking for.
Blade Runner is a beautiful movie. It's kind of a mess because it's too long.
It is, and if they probably took all of Jared Leto out, it'd be fine.
But I'd also like to say people were making the same complaint about Ridley Scott's first Blade Runner movie.
Yeah.
And funny story about that, he actually was working on Dune when his brother died and he dropped out of it, and David Lynch got it. And then he was like, oh, Blade Runner got offered to me. Wait, whoa. There's a Dr. Seuss variant for the Dune book?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No.
It's like a variant cover.
I did not see that. And
it looks like the variant covers for Ice Cream Man.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I bought all of the variant covers that I could get. I really just needed that Paul Pope one, so.
Yeah, I don't know if I need a Dr. Seuss. Like,
It's cute, but
um, is it like the Giving Tree, but it's just
yeah.
the Giving Maker?
But then yeah, that's like almost exactly what it looks like. I'm I'm on heavy metal right now and I'm not finding this book. So I may have to take a look at it later.
Because it was in the shopheavymetal.com, $2.99 in stock.
Okay, well you're gonna have to send me that link. Oh, maybe I'll do it here. Savage. I did see face masks from them and I wanted to buy them and it looks like if you spend $50 you get free shipping from Heavy Metal. So I'm probably gonna spend dumb bitch money and get free shipping because uh, a great poet once said, "You've got to spend money to save money." You're gonna have to send me the link for that.
Book fans are never gonna be 100% happy. It's just a given. I have more of a problem with the director because of some weird comments he made in his diatribe against WB.
Yeah, and I get it on one level because he says, well, you can't put the movie out on HBO Max the same day. I kind of understand that, but I think the reality of the situation is I cannot, I'm not going into the movie theater. I really, really want to. It'd have to be an empty movie theater that no one has gone into for a week for me to be able to really go into it and not feel guilty. And the truth is that like my county is still on lockdown. I'm going to be in lockdown through March now. That's been announced.
I would have no problem paying $20 and it being a limited, like you literally get a half hour over whatever. So if you can pause to go to the bathroom, but once that timer's over, it's done.
Yeah.
I'd have no problem paying $20.
I would want 100% 20 hours and I get, or sorry, $20. I get 24 hours to watch it once. No, like,
oh no, I do it. I do it.
Pausing it at the end and any 100%. I would pay money to do that. So
I'd have a 5-hour window on it and that's it.
Yeah. Maybe give me a little bit more room because I have to
12,
get up all the time.
Not 24.
Yeah.
But like I'd be fine paying 20 for that. I have not a problem with that. Yeah. And you'd spend that much at the theater anyway.
But for what's his name to be, he went on this long thing about COVID. The science tells us that COVID's going to be over, and it's like, no, it's not, my friend. Especially thinking about who's going to get access to the vaccine first, and it's not going to be poor people. So you're basically saying only rich people can go see my movie? Like, no.
Let us. People in power are saying like we haven't seen the worst yet. Nope. So
exactly. So let's let frontline workers, hospital staff, they need COVID vaccine first. Everyone else can just quarantine your butts, stay home, read comics.
But if they sat there and said, well, we're shelving it for another year, guess what? I'm not going to be happy either.
Yeah.
So
no.
There is no making anybody happy. The only thing I can say is they have to green light the next movie. They can't say, well, it didn't do this.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest thing that he was worried about because he has a big vision for it, and I'm here for this big vision, and it does ultimately mean that he can't probably start on production for a number 2 for the second part, whatever that's going to be, until the first one releases or figures and numbers come in. But that's the reality of the world we live in, my friend.
Also, I never thought I'd say this. I commend Tom Cruise and his rant at the staffers on his movie, on Mission Impossible, with him going off and saying, do you know how many people's jobs you're threatening right now? Like, not the stars, but literally, like, the low-end people, and that he's like, I'll end your career right now if you break protocol. He's not wrong.
No, 100%. Because if we had just done this in the first place 9 months ago, we probably wouldn't be here right now.
So, the more you know.
I know.
So we said we talk all comics, but the chat brought it up.
Yeah, so this was not a paid chat. They are not sponsored by us in any ways. Maybe you are, that I don't know about.
So I hate that comment bothered me so much.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's the house motto around here. It is what it is.
So I had my district manager came in and like she asked me a question. I'm like, it is what it is, and she like literally pulled me off. She goes, "What the fuck do you mean by it is what it is?" I was like, "It is what it is." She goes, "You say it one more time," and it was like the Pulp Fiction moment. I was like, "Okay." She's like, "I need you to explain what you mean by it is what it is." I was like, "I can't change what's going on, so I can only do what's in my power." And she goes, "Okay, that sounds better than it is what it is. That sounds like a defeatist statement." I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna go back to my little hole. So we're about to hit an hour and a half, but we had 2 weeks worth of talking to do. And I promised Gambit that I was forever going to keep things at an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
At the longest, he said that's a good internal time clock to have in your head.
It is.
When we're drinking, because that last one was 2 hours and 40 fucking minutes.
Yeah, but that was a little bit different.
It was fun and watching the progressive downfall of Mars as she got drunker and drunker.
That was beautiful. I'm here for it. I love Mars.
Yes, so next Christmas Eve, I think that's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so we might not be talking about new comics that much, so it'll just be a progressive fall into a pit of depravity and other things, and probably talking about thirst again, because that's a thing.
Let's do it. Himbos, thembos.
We need Sydney up to talk himbos. What's your top 10 himbos? Hold on, let me get a flow chart out.
I was going to say
PowerPoint
like
presentation.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Also, like her video where she talked about my Christmas gift to her kind of embarrassed me a little bit.
She's so sweet, though. That was a very sweet thing of her to say.
Yes. So thank you everybody for tuning in and catching up with us, friends. We will be back soon, sooner than you might want us. I'm off Wednesday if you want to do another pickup episode again. I got 3 days off this week. I got Wednesday, Friday, and wait, what's by Scout Comics? Wait, what? The Savage Circus?
Oh, I thought that it was heavy metal.
That's what came up.
Yeah.
It's a very, hold on, Savage Circus Scout. That changes things. It just keeps coming up. Not by Scout. It's all heavy metal. There's a lot of issues of it. Unless Scout Comics.
You'll have to send us
pictures,
links.
Send it to Jen on
send it to me.
Instagram at Comic Books Will Break Your Heart.
Yeah, and I'll figure it out.
Or just a link to, well, no, you can't send links anymore.
On Instagram?
Certain ones you can. If you have to buy, if it's to buy stuff, it won't let you post it. It's really fucking dumb. Anyway.
A different book. That's why. Okay. You were like.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So thank you, everybody. And if we don't see you, happy holidays. Enjoy your time with your family and friends, and please stay safe. Most importantly in all, please stay safe. Yes, mask. 20 seconds. Okay. Also, like, cough into your arm.
Cough into your arm, especially like even when you have a mask. Yeah.
Yes. So take care, everybody. Thank you, and so long.